Okay, welcome back. We have Thursday Thunder coming up. Good show lined up, I am sure, I hope. And I was looking, because of Goldberg's low morale, which is around 14% currently, I went through the whole roster and I was having a look to see how all the other workers' morales were. And whilst no one else is, well, the second lowest is 45%, and that is Kevin Nash. So I was actually quite surprised to see Booker T at 66%, Sting's around 78%. So I really need to make sure these guys really don't, go on a downer anymore. I guess trying to fit in so many guys into so few segments can prove to be quite difficult. So I'm utilising quite a lot of these guys in this episode. And as you can see, Booker T's got a match here with Lance Storm. Lance Storm's another guy who's not doing so well morally wise. Sting is going to win his first title defence since Greed, and he's going to beat Kevin Nash. And there's a little angle here where where Sting's going to call him out. He's going to say, "Right, Nash, you're going to be my first opponent. Do you want the challenge?" And Sting's a world champion. He's going to retain his belt. So there we have it. Interview with Buff Bagwell. Hopefully that will do him good. Same with the Cat, and that will keep their feuds going against DDP and Konnan, respectively. Then you've got Rick Steiner, who's struggling at the moment. He's going to beat Terry Funk, so that should do him some good. Dusty Rhodes is going to lay into Sid Vicious. Mike Sanders is going to beat Konnan. Goldberg's going to have his spot for an interview, and we've got two matches here. Card fillers involving guys that haven't featured too much. Stevie Ray and M.I. Smooth from Blackout are going to beat Chronic. And it's not come up as Free Count or Young Dragons. I'd imagine that the Evan Courageous maybe split up from Free Count when this was made. I don't know. But anyway, Helmsmore and Courageous are going to beat Yang, Kaz, and Jamie Noble, who used to be a part of Young Dragons. So 3 vs 3 tag team uses a couple more guys there as well. So let's start the show. The opener. Self-explanatory. Sting, for fans quite dig that. Sting didn't lose any overness, and nothing happened to Kevin Nash, so that was successful. Sting's in the ring, calls out Kevin Nash. Nash appears and eventually accepts a challenge to a match between the two. I don't know why it'd be eventually. Kevin Nash should be taking that opportunity quicker than Sting can say yes or no. That sort of went wrong, that, didn't it? Okay. Stevie Ray, M.I. Smooth. Quite an average score I'd expect from a match like that. No history. Neither team are especially over. Goldberg interview. He's not the best on the mic, but that's a decent score for him. Konnan, Mike Sanders. Good, solid mid-card match. Dusty Rhodes, that did quite well there. Rick Steiner, Terry Funk. Neither guy are great workers in the ring, I don't think. Terry Funk got screwed, Rick Steiner. Let's see how he wins. Steiner scores with a field goal kick between the legs. Terry Funk collapses. Okay, there we go. 58%, not great. But it gives Steiner a run out and it keeps Terry Funk active as well. The fans like this segment from the Cat. Booker T, Lance Storm, that went down well. That could be a potential future feud after Booker T is finished with Ric Flair. Who knows? Although Booker T ill-feuded with Chris Kanyon and then Ric Flair, does he deserve a title shot? There's a few guys that probably do, to be fair. It's just very difficult deciding who, but Booker T, we need to keep him happy, don't we? Buff Bagwell, he gained overness from this segment. That can only boost his morale up. And for final match, Sting and Kevin Nash. The world title has lost image. That's not good. match quality was bad, crowd reaction was decent, but I would expect it to be better. Overall rating 68%, and that's why I don't have Kevin Nash in world title matches anymore. Okay, overall rating 71%. I think that was better than the last show, so we had a good show despite for poor main events and for really poor match midway through with Steiner and Funk. We did okay. We did pretty well, rather. We got 4.54, that's quite average. DDP wants a match against Sean Stasiak. I am sure we can sort that out, and I'm sure we can include Buff Bagwell in some capacity to keep that feud going. So, yeah, that's good. Scott Steiner wants some matches with Goldberg. Absolutely. Next show, Scott Steiner versus Goldberg. Okay. They work really well. I know they do. That's why I put them together. And they work well together. Again, I know that's why I put them together. Let's just see, out of interest, Goldberg, is he still on? He's still at 14%, even though he had a good interview. Nash was about 45% morale. Let's see if his has gone up at all. I won't bore you with going through all of them. But his morale has gone even lower after that poor main event with Sting. I think Booker T's was around 66. His has gone up 1. That's okay. I'm going in the right direction. Who was the other guy? It was Sting. He was about 78. Okay, that's gone down a few. Understandable after what happened with Kevin Nash. Well, we've got an incident. Tigress has checked into rehab to deal with his. Well, this is a mistake because Tigress is a she. Okay. I'm tempted to fire because I've not got any. I know it's a bit unfair, but from now on, anyone who goes into rehab, unless they're a huge star, is going to be fired. I've not used her at all. Taking up space on the wage bill, I'm going to fire her. No one's bothered. I think Tigress was in for Filthy Animals, but we can bring someone else in to fulfill that role, I'm sure. So we're going to have Monday Nitro next. 1.92 buy rate for WrestleMania. I would have thought I'd get more than that, actually. I'm not too great with my figures in terms of buy rates. Anyway, considering, I guess the buy rate and the television rating is totally different because SmackDown, there's no way it would do 4 times better than WrestleMania, or even 5 times better. Okay, yeah, I'll leave that episode here. I'll join you back very soon for another episode of Monday Nitro.